Hey, Skol Vikings Nation. What's up, you purple-blooded warriors? Imagine this. We're deep in the misty English countryside at Hanbury Manor, the air buzzing with that pre-game electricity, and boom, our fierce pass rush just took a gut punch. Dallas Turner, our explosive second-year beast, sidelined by a sneaky illness on Thursday. Is this the plot twist that could derail our London showdown with the Browns? Stick with me because in today's Vikings news update, we're diving into the injury chaos that's got us all on edge, stat by stat, and I'll spill why this could be the fire we need to roar back. Who's ready to break it down like a greened sack? Let's charge. Our defense has been a wall of thunder this season, but Thursday's injury report dropped like a fumble in the red zone. Dallas Turner, that Alabama freight train we snagged at 17th overall last year, was the lone new name added. DNP due to illness. Everything else? Mirror image of Wednesday, 6 key dudes still sitting out their second straight practice. We're talking Andrew Van Ginkel nursing that nagging neck, and a slew of others fighting to get back. But Turner? Man, this hits different. He's been our spark plug, logging 176 defensive snaps already through 4 weeks. That's over halfway to his entire rookie total of 302. With Van Ginkel out for what feels like forever, Turner stepped up big, racking 13 tackles, 1 sack, and 11 pressures, second only to Jonathan Greenid's monster 15. Without him, do we lean on depth like Bo Richter or Chaz Chambliss? Or call up Gabriel Murphy from the squad? Fans, hit the comments. Can our backups hold the fort against Myles Garrett? It's only Thursday, thank the Norse gods. Plenty of time for Turner to shake this bug and strap up for Sunday at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Illnesses are tricky beasts. One day you're coughing up a lung, the next you're blitzing QBs into next week. We've got high hopes for this kid. He's got that turnover-forcing DNA we crave. Remember his rookie flashes? Now, in year 2, he's exploding. But if he sits, it's a massive L for a D-line that's already thin. Picture Greenid solo carrying the edge rush against Cleveland's O-line. What do you think, Vikings faithful? Is this just a hiccup? Or are we sweating bullets? Let's keep the energy high as we unpack more from Vikings news. Next up, a glimmer from our QB room that's got me grinning like a Viking after a victory feast. All right, Purple Pride. Let's shift gears to the signal caller who's got our hearts in a twist, J.J. McCarthy. Our 10th overall gem from 24. Thursday's practice brought a whisper of hope. Reports say he was off to the side, slinging some throws, easing back from that brutal high ankle sprain that's kept him chained to the sidelines. He's not suiting up Sunday, no miracles yet, but this is progress, baby. Imagine McCarthy's arm talent lighting up US Bank Stadium soon. We've waited all season for that Michigan magic to unleash. Through 4 weeks without him, Carson Wentz has gone 2-2. But let's be real, McCarthy's the future with his 68% completion rate in college and that 0 interception streak to start his pro reps. Fans, drop your take. How soon till JJ's under center torching secondaries? Rehab's a grind, especially across the pond where jet lag's already a beast, but McCarthy's grinding like a true Viking. That side session? It's him dipping toes into the new phase, building velocity without risking the setback. We've seen ankles heal wrong. Remember Teddy Bridgewater's heartbreak? But our staff's top tier, with Kevin O'Connell scheming protections like a chess master. No DNP listed for him yet, but he's trending up while the backups battle. This teases bigger things. A healthy McCarthy could flip our offense from solid to scorching, pairing with Justin Jefferson for those deep bombs. What if he's back by the bye? Skol or no? Tell me in the comments. Your Viking gut feelings fuel this fire. But hold up, this QB spark shines brighter against our injury storm. It's like sunlight-piercing Viking fog. McCarthy's throws remind us, depth builds dynasties. We've got Wentz steadying the ship, but JJ's return? That's the thunderclap. As we prep for Browns, this update from Vikings News keeps hope alive. It's not just rehab, it's redemption. Who's hyped for McCarthy's comeback tour? Let's ride this wave into the trenches, where the real war rages. Our O-line's battered, and it's got me pacing like a caged longship warrior. Oh man, Vikings fam, if the defense has us biting nails, the offensive line's got us straight up howling at the moon. We've been rolling without 5 key trench warriors for the first 2 practices this week. Hanbury Manor's fields echoing with worry. Christian Darasaw, smart rest day. Our LT anchors primed for Sunday. That knee from last year's Week 8 scare a distant memory now. But the other 4? Major jeopardy. Brian O'Neill's knee barking again. Donovan Jackson's wrist sidelined post-surgery. Ryan Kelly in concussion protocol after last week's hit. And Michael Juergens hobbled by a hamstring tweak. Through 4 games, our starters haven't snapped together once. 1,197 for Brandel at LG last year alone. Per PFF. This patchwork? It's Viking resilience tested. Picture the fallout if Juergens sits. Darasaw at LT, undrafted rook Joe Huber sliding to LG. Talk about baptism by fire. Blake Brandel at center, a spot he's drilled endlessly but never played in a real NFL tilt. Will Fries at RG, Justin Skule at RT. Brandel's versatile as they come, 1,197 LG snaps, 295 LT, 164 RG. But center? That's snap count precision under Myles Garrett's glare. O'Neill's MCL sprain from week 4? Week to week, no IR, but he's DNP city. Jackson's wrist surgery? A cold. Kelly's dome check? Protocol's no joke. We've leaned on depth all year, but this do-or-die depth. Fans, what's your O-line MVP pick if they roll like this? Sound off. Your insights sharpen our horns. This O-line saga's the heartbeat of our London battle. Facing Cleveland's D-front. Led by Garrett's 8 sacks already, it's trench warfare. We've blocked for 24.5 points per game, but injuries expose cracks. Remember 2023's line woes? We adapted 1-7 straight. Here, it's the same grit. O'Connell's schemes masking mismatches, young guns stepping up. But dang, it's nerve-wracking. What do you see? Breakdown or breakthrough? As Vikings news unfolds, this sets up our edge rush dilemma like dominoes. Stay locked. Turner's illness looms large, but our depth's the unsung hero waiting to roar. Back to the front 7, where Turner's illness isn't just a name on a report. It's a ripple in our pass rush pond. This second-year stud's been a revelation. 13 stops, that 1 thunderous sack, and those 11 pressures tying him for second behind Greenid's dominance. With Van Ginkel's neck flaring, missing nearly all of the last 3 games. Turner's feasted on snaps, turning opportunity into explosion. But illness? Is the wild card no one scripts. Thursday DNP means Friday and Saturday are make or break. We've seen bugs linger, like Harrison Smith's flu scares past seasons. If he shakes it, great. Pair him with Greenid for 22 pressures combined, terrorizing Browns QB Dylan Gabriel. But if not, Richter and Chambliss step in, unproven but hungry. Who's your dark horse there? Fam? Layer in the Van Ginkel void. That neck's a stubborn foe, DNP again, forcing Turner into 44 snaps per game average. Our D's allowed just 18 points last outing in Ireland, but Cleveland's run game's sneaky. Nick Chubb's rumbling at 4.2 yards a pop. Without both edges firing, do we blitz more, risk coverage? We've got practice squad ace Gabriel Murphy itching for calls, and Tyler Batty's window just cracked open, IR start, but eligible now after that early season ding. Batty's college tape? 7.5 sacks at Arizona. Raw but real. This depth test? It's Viking lore in the making. Comments. Trade for edge help mid-season, or trust the youth? Your call amps the hype. Turner's arc screams potential. Alabama pedigree. That draft night promise from Kwesi Adofo-Mensah. Year 1, 302 snaps. Flashes. Year 2. Already halfway there, evolving into a every-down menace. Illness aside, his story fuels our fire. It's why we bleed purple. As we bridge to O-line woes, imagine the symphony. A healthy Turner collapsing pockets while our trenches hold. But with DNPs stacking. Suspense city. Vikings news keeps dropping bombs. McCarthy's throws tease offense, but defense depth's our shield. What's the bigger worry? Edges or interiors? Let's debate. Then dive deeper into that O-line apocalypse. Diving deeper into the O-line inferno. Let's humanize these battles. Brian O'Neill, our RT Rock, DNP with that knee flare-up echoing his 24 MCL sprain. He's the heartbeat, pancaking rushers like it's nothing. Last year, 0 sacks allowed and 500-plus pass blocks. Now, week to week, no IR, hopes there. But Sunday's a coin flip. Pair that with Donovan Jackson's wrist surgery. The Rook LG's been a mauler, 85.2 PFF grade. But out cold means Huber's thrust in undrafted but UDFA gems like him built empires. Then Kelly's concussion. Protocol's sacred. One wrong hit, season over. He's our snapper extraordinaire, 92% accuracy. Jurgen's hammy? Speed thief for a guy who's all explosion. This quintet DNP is a full-on Viking siege on our protection. Rehearse the nightmare lineup. Darisaw, beast mode, 6 feet 5 inches frame stonewalling Garrett. Anchors LT Huber's LG grit. Rookie fire. Brandl's center pivot. He's prepped, drilled those hikes, but live fire? Adrenaline City. Fries at RG, steady vet. Skol RT, swingman with starts under belt. We've rotated 12 linemen already this year. Depth's our sword. But against Cleveland's front 7, Garrett's 8 sacks, Za'Darius Smith's 5, it's bayonets. Stats scream urgency. Opponents average 4.1 rush yards against us, but injuries spike that to 5.2 in losses. O'Connell's play-calling genius, quick releases, RPOs, buys time, but we need blocks holding. Fans, rank 'em. Who's most missable? Your votes in comments. This O-line odyssey ties back to McCarthy's tease. Protect the pocket for JJ's future, or Wentz dances. We've scored 24.5 per, but Garrett feasts on weakness. His 2024 DPOY buzz lingers. Yet, resilience? That's us, 2023's injury-riddled run to playoffs. Here in England, under grey skies, our backups forge legends. As Vikings news pulses, this chaos spotlights Turner's must return. Imagine the flip. Healthy trenches, Turner blitzing, Browns crumbled. But if not, grit game. What's your bold prediction for Sunday's line play? Spill it. We're building the narrative together. Now, let's connect the dots. Purple Warriors. Turner's illness crashing the party while our O-line limps like a wounded longship. 6 DNPs total Thursday. No shifts Friday per the latest Vikings.com report. Van Ginkel neck deep in rehab. O-line crew static. It's a double whammy for a team 2-2. Fresh off that gut-wrench gut-punch loss in Dublin to Pittsburgh. London calls. Tottenham's turf our Coliseum. But injuries mock our march. Turner's 11 pressures? Gold dust without Van Ginkel. O-line's 70% run block win rate? Crumbles sans unity. We've leaned on analytics, PFF grades dipping to 62.4 in multi-injury sets, but heart? That's unlimited. Gabriel's new Browns QB gig? Fresh meat for our rush if whole. Zoom out. This week's Hanbury practices, mist-shrouded, test our soul. Tyler Batty's window? IR returnee with 7.5 college sacks. Could he bolt on? CJ Ham's knee opening 2, FB depth for run game punch. McCarthy's side tosses? Fuel for post-by explosion. But core losses sting. O'Neill's power, Jackson's pull, Kelly's calls. Against Brown's 1-3 skid, 17 points max scored, we pounce, but Garrett's shadow looms. Stats whisper win. Our D's 18 points allowed average, but thin edges hike that 25%. Fans, scenario time. Turner plays limited, O-line holds, who wins and by how much? Comments ablaze. Your fire lights the path. This injury webs our Viking saga, heroes rising from ashes. We've navigated worse. 19's 8-7-1 grind. Here, 2025's early toll builds unbreakable bonds. As we tease the finale, remember, chaos breeds champions. Vikings news from the front lines, depth like Richter, Chambliss, Huber, unsung, but ready. What's the silver lining you see? Hit reply. Let's co-author this epic. Teasing the turnaround, let's spotlight the X-Factors, the backups who could steal the show. Bo Richter, that undrafted edge gem, waiting in wings with college tape screaming 9 sacks at Air Force. Chaz Chambliss, speed demon 4.640, itching for Van Ginkel/Turner void. If illness benches Dallas, these pups pair with Greenid. 22 pressures to 15 now for a blitz barrage. O-line side, Joe Huber's UDFA hustle, 0 college penalties. Blake Brandel's Swiss Army versatility, prepped for center chaos. We've elevated Tyler Batty's window, IR knee healed, Arizona disruptor ready. Gabriel Murphy, practice squad lurker with 3 preseason QB hits. This depth? Not scraps, it's our secret weapon, forged in Egan fires. Stats back the surge. Rookies/UFAs contribute 28% snaps already, up from 19% last year. Brandel's 23 starts? Battle-tested. Richter's special teams ace, pinning foes deep. Against Brown's revamped Q-core, Dylan Gabriel's 3 of 4, 19 yards debut, our subs feast. Imagine Chambliss looping Garrett, Huber stonewalling Za'Darius. It's underdog poetry. 2023's undrafted All-Pros like Jordan Addison's kin. O'Connell preaches next man up. Here, it's literal. Fans, who's your breakout star prediction? Tag a buddy who needs this hype. Comments are our war room. These unsung warriors bridge illness to triumph. Turner's potential return amps them, but solo? They shine. McCarthy's throws echo youth movement. O-line vets mentor pups. As Vikings news crescendos, this depth dive builds suspense. Will they gel in London fog? We've won 3 of 4 with rotating lines historically. Garrett's 8 sacks? Meet our resolve. Your thoughts? Bench or bust for these guys? Let's amp the volume. Pivoting to the big picture, Skol Squad. This injury reports a storm cloud over our 2-2 ship, but blue skies peek through McCarthy's arm. JJ's side work Thursday? Not game ready, but rehab phase 2. Velocity builds, no setbacks. Ankles tricky. High sprain shelved him weeks, but his 24 flashes. 0 picks in limited action, scream savior. Wentz's 2-2 stewardship? Solid, 240 yards average. But McCarthy's dual threat, 4.8 rush yards college, flips scripts. Tie to trenches. Healthy QB needs protection. Our patchwork lines tested, but Darrisaw's return anchors. Van Ginkel out, Turner iffy? Offense leans quick, RPOs evading Garrett. Broader lens, 4 weeks in, 24.5 points scored, 18 allowed. Playoff pulse if we weather this. Browns 1-3, offense sputtering, 17 max. But D's elite. Our edge depth, Richter's 9 college TFLs counters. O-line stats, 70% pass pro, but dips to 55% injured. Kelly's protocol, Ed Reed level caution. Jackson's wrist, speed heal post-op. This, catalyst for unity. Team's 7-2 post-injury historically under KOC. Fans, optimism check. McCarthy by Eagles game? Yes/no in comments. Your vibe sets the tone. McCarthy's narrative weaves hope into hurt. QB depth mirrors lines, Turner's. As London looms, this updates our battle cry. Vikings news heartbeat. Resilience rules. What's your must-win factor? JJ's health or edge rush? Debate rages. Stay tuned for the Clash preview. Forecasting fire, Purple Legion, this illness ripple for Turner? It's the spark for a defensive inferno. If he rallies, Friday FP possible. His 11 pressures explode with Greenwood's 15 for 26 total. Tops NFC. Van Ginkel's neck? Long-term, but opens Batty/Murphy doors. O-line's gauntlet. Brandel's center reps, 164 RG snaps adaptable. Huber's rook fire. Against Garrett's 8 sacks, we scheme screens, draws. McCarthy's throws? Mental reps sharpen. Wentz's poise, 68% comp, holds. Stats favor us, 3.5-point favorites, per FanDuel. Our D's 18 points allowed versus Brown's 17 scored max. Suspense builds. Tottenham's 8:30 a.m. Central Time kickoff, jet-lagged but hungry. Historical edge, 4-1 international wins. Injuries? We've thrived, 23 London dub. Depth shines. Chambliss speed, Skul starts. Garrett matchup? Darrisaw owns him, 0 sacks faced. Fans, game script. Early lead, milk clock? Your bold call below. Likes for winners. This forecasts our Viking vision, injuries forge steel. From Turner to trenches, hope surges. As Vikings news peaks, we're primed. Who's with me? Skol London? Wrapping the whirlwind? Die Hard Vikings. Thursday's reports a gut check, but we're built for brawls. Turner's illness? Hurdle, not halt, his 13-tackle tear resumes soon. O-line's 5-man missing? Depth rises. Brandel, Huber, crew ready for Garrett's growl. McCarthy's arm? Dawn breaking. Van Ginkel mends, Batty beckons. 2-2 to 3-2. Ours if grit prevails. We've conquered worse, your passion's the potion. What's the headline takeaway? Comments explode. Final hype. Sunday's our saga. Purple Pride versus Brown Wall. We've got the edge, the heart, the horned thunder. From Hanbury's fields to Tottenham's roar, Skol echoes eternal. This Vikings news drop? Fuel for your fire. Call to arms. Fam. If this lit your Viking soul, smash like, drop your injury hot takes, subscribe for daily doses, and share with your tailgate crew. Spread the Skol. Hit notifications. Next up, live reactions. What's your score prediction? Let's own London. Skol Vikings. Horns up.